Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Mystic Marshmallow and I'm so grateful. Marshmallow, I wanted to enunciate that properly. And I'm so grateful that you're here. It's been a little while since I've posted on my channel, but sometimes life happens and I'm an inconsistent human. I'm so grateful that you're here. If you can hear in the background, there's a bit of a thunderstorm going on, so I hope that provides kind of a nice little vibe for today's reading. But today's pick a card reading is going to be about what they find most attractive about you. And this might be a specific person that finds this attractive about you, or just in general, this is like what people tend to find attractive about you. So we shall see. There's 3 different piles to choose from, all with lovely purple crystals. So we have pile number 1 here. You're going to use your intuition to decide which pile is right for you. Pile number 2. Time scramps are in the description box below. Pile number 3. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, you can purchase that on Etsy. The info for that is in the description box. So without further ado, let's get started with pile number 1. Alrighty, pile number 1, you chose this gorgeous amethyst crystal that's just like rainbowy and magical. So maybe you're a bit of a rainbowy, magical human yourself. So the first card we have here is the Sun. Wow. And the Hierophant. Okay, so some signs that are popping out are Leo and Taurus from these cards. Number 19 may be significant, but oh my gosh, with the Sun, you just have such a bright, sunshiny, vibrant personality. And I mean like vivacious, beautiful, happiness, like you are the type of person that lights up a room. Sunflowers or the sun may be something that you really enjoy. You might even like the color like gold, but they see you as somebody that is incredibly vivacious, bright, bubbly, happy, joyous, beautiful, and luminous. And also somebody that really commands presence. Like when you walk into a room, heads turn and people listen. And you may have a very commanding way of speaking about you that gets people's attention, even if it's not in like a really assertive way. Something about the way that you speak or the ideas that you have or what you have to share, like it's almost like a hush kind of falls over the room and people are more apt to listen to you and your ideas. That's so beautiful. You little buttercup, little ball of sunshine, you. How sweet. Okay, what else do they find attractive about you? Oh my gosh, we have the Sun card twice. Double sun. You guys are just the sunniest sunbeams around, you beautiful loves. Okay, you have a fire and a passion and a spark to you. There's something like your eyes just like light up when you talk about things that you love, and you have ideas and you have passions and you have creative ambitions, and it's the kind of thing that inspires the people around you. And there's also like a kind of like emotional depth and emotional maturity and wisdom that you have to you, that not only do you have the fire and the spark to like inspire and lead, you also have a deep wisdom to you. And like there may be more going on than what's on the surface. Like maybe people tell you like, oh my gosh, you just seem like you're always happy. And you're like, well, obviously I'm not always happy. Like I'm a real live human being. I have emotions. I have a rich emotional life. I have sadness. I have pain. I have all these things. But despite all the emotional challenges, you tend to just give off this kind of radiance that you're sparkling your way through life. And that, I mean, that's truly beautiful. That's really, really beautiful. Isolation, interesting. And anger. Oh. Very interesting. Isolation, anger, and success. Okay, so you may have been somebody that's repressed your anger, perhaps in the past. Like, oh, I'm just happy all the time and I'm nice to everybody. And then you kind of at some point had to learn how to tap into a sacred kind of rage where you're able to express authentically when you're mad about something. And that is attractive. The ability to hold your own and stand your ground is attractive. And this like healthy sense of assertiveness and being able to integrate your shadow side and be like, you know what, actually, I'm not happy all the time. Sometimes I'm pissed and sometimes I'm sad, and that's okay. And when that happens, I don't need to isolate myself and withdraw from everybody to hide it away from the world. I can show people my true, raw, authentic, full self, and that's okay. And I think that's one of your lessons to learn this lifetime, is that you can be embraced for your full authenticity and be really honest with people and not always have to be like Little Miss or Little Mr. Sunshine. And at the same time, like, you are just naturally vibrant and you're naturally really sweet. So even when you go through trials, or even when you have these more difficult feelings that you're processing, you're still going to be your loving, kind, bubbly self, and nothing's ever going to take that away. All right, let's get a little bit more. We have the Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, Soul Tribe. We have Share Your Voice, Come Out of the Cave, Persecution, Expression. Yeah, this is really about sharing your authentic voice and your authentic truth with others, and that is going to be the most authentic thing. When you are real as real can be. Keepers of the Earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand behind you. Yeah, so okay, first of all, I feel like you may not even be somebody who necessarily wants attention or necessarily wants to be in the spotlight, but you're just going to naturally attract that because you have inspiring things to say, and you're kind of an inspiring person, and you have a great gathering of people around you that want to listen to your ideas and support you and be there for you. And it's up to you to let that in. Instead of isolating and feel like you have to go through things on your own, you let in that community and you say, hey, I'm here to share with everybody, even in my dark times, even in my hard times. So this is getting a lot more deep than just like what's attractive about you. It's like, woo, this is some like soul work, deep soul work that we're talking about here. But you are not alone, and you don't have to be. And there are a lot of people that are attracted to you, that are attracted to your beautiful light. And the right people are going to be there through the dark, through the light, through it all. So I will get some like maybe more physical, kind of surface level, like what's hot about you kind of thing, or like just like general like personality traits that are attractive. Okay. The Seven of Air, the Queen of Water. I really think that your emotional depth and like ability to, you're so empathic. People find it really attractive that you're able to understand and empathize with everyone on a very deep level. Like, you are so nurturing that all these like birds, all these different birds, different people are flocking to you because of your radiant light, because of your empathy, your deep wisdom, your intuition. Like, you are so nurturing and you have so much to give that people naturally gravitate to you and flock to you. And I feel like you have like kind of that star quality or that potential to be a leader, even if that's not even really what you like want or envision for yourself. Like, people are drawn to you like moths to a flame. And you kind of hold that responsibility in a way of being that leader and being that example for others. So I said, oh, we're gonna do like surface level shit, like what you look like, and like, no, it's still just talking about like you and your being. And you could actually become like financially abundant from being in some kind of like mentorship role, or being a coach, or being an influencer, or being someone that like leads the community in some kind of a way. Okay, but your cheekbones, all right, we're getting a little more physical now. You may have like beautiful kind of stunning facial features, and even if you don't see it that way, like kind of the shape and structure of your face is very beautiful. There's something kind of like, I don't know, just unique and elegant about your nose, even your cheekbones, just your facial structure itself. Okay. I'm gonna get some more. Like attracts like. Yeah, you are attracting people. Like I said, like moths to a flame. Love endures. Back to what you love, consider your foundation, look to your inner strength, spiritual connection. There's a lot of cards. I'm just going to go based on like what pops out to me and what intuitively I feel from all these different cards. You're a really strong person with a lot of deep emotional insight into the worlds of, like, you might be really good at psychoanalyzing people or empathizing with them, or even be intuitive to the point of like being a psychic yourself. Like, you're psychically deeply connected to all of the people around you. And that's so attractive because people feel understood in your presence. They feel really seen, and they feel really drawn towards this nurturing, beautiful love and light that you have to share with everyone. You don't just reserve that for like your dog or your mom or your brother. Like, you send that kind of love out to the world, and it really, you need to know that that love that you send out in the world makes a difference. Among strangers, acquaintances, people you've barely even interacted with or met, like, you have planted all these little seeds of love to so many people, and it actually does make a difference because people in your presence feel seen, they feel heard, they feel loved, they feel valued, and that is incredible. And you're definitely being called to just build up your own self-esteem and understand how truly valuable you are to the world. And it's like your aura. It's your aura and your presence and the way that you hold presence and space for others that is truly so attractive about you. Okay, and you may also have a bit of a playful side, a bit of a childlike energy, and that is deeply beautiful as well. Okay. So I think that's mostly what I have for you, pile one. Let's see if I want to get like one more little card. We're gonna, I think we're mostly done. I'm gonna just roll the Astro dice real quick and see what it has to say. Okay, we have Scorpio, or is that Virgo? That's Virgo, my bad. Virgo, the number 3, and Mars. So those may be significant numbers, signs, synchronicities for you. Mars is the masculine principle. It's about taking action. 3 is about like creativity. And Virgo can be very detail oriented and about like making real life plans. So you're definitely taking action in your life and creating like there's like this creative possibility that you have that you're taking into firm action in the real world. And that's just like a, I don't know, little message for somebody. But overall, what is attractive about you is being the shiny, bright, beautiful, vibrant light of beam of happiness and joy and love that empathically understands other people and makes them feel happy and loved too. So that's pretty fucking cool. Also, I guess you have nice cheekbones and a nice nose. So there you go, pile one. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope to see you in future readings. Mwah. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love you all. Okay, pile number 2, welcome to your reading. You chose this gorgeous amethyst crystal. Love it. Love it. Amethyst is a very like psychic and intuitive stone, so that may be something that you have a really well developed sense of. Okay, you're somebody who knows how to take care of yourself, and if you're done with something, you're done. And like, I think you're kind of like an adventurous soul. Like, you like to go on and move to different like places and projects and like try out. Like, you have a zest for life where you like to try different things out, and if something's not working, you're like, okay, it's not working. I'm going to keep moving forward with my life. I'm going to go on to the next thing. And you're not afraid to put yourself out there. So that is a really attractive quality for you. You seem to me very ambitious. Like, you have life goals. You know what you want. And it's kind of like when you set your eyes on something, you're like, that's what I want. You go for it. You're not hesitating. You're not sitting there waiting. You're like, I'm going to make this dream a reality, even if it's hard, even if it's a long journey, even if there's a lot that I have to do to go forward that. And there's a certain confidence in that people find really attractive in you being sure of yourself and being willing to take risks and try new things. Yeah, and you live like a really satisfied life. Like you have manifested a lot of your desires. You have achieved a lot of your goals. And that's really fucking attractive when somebody's living their best life. You also have firm boundaries. Like I feel like you're somebody that straight up tells people like, hey, this is what's happening. This is where I'm at. You have firm boundaries and you're not messing around. And you also have a certain like passion and zest for life where you may have like a lot of different interests, like creative passions, different ventures, different things you're good at, different things you would like to try. And it's the zest for life of like having a lot of different things in your life that bring you joy. And that is an incredibly attractive quality. And with the Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, I also feel like you really like to share in this with others. Like you create a beautiful life for yourself so that you can share it with others, not just, you know, if you manifest abundance, you will be generous with that. If you manifest like a beautiful home, then you're going to want to have people over to share in that home. If you are like going on these cool travel adventures, you're going to be probably like posting about it on Instagram or on social media and like bringing people into that to share in your world. Okay. We have Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. I feel like you're one of those people that kind of forges your own path and writes your own story. And you may have broken tradition in some ways. You may be like a bit of a rebel in certain ways, or pushing the edges, pushing the boundaries of what people think is possible or what people think you can do. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to do it. I don't care. Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. So we have divine plan and your guidance is divinely guided. So when you kind of step forward into the unknown, you do it on a leap of faith. And you're like, I don't know exactly how all this is going to work out for me, but I know that I have a vision in mind and I'm going to go for it. And that's that beautiful risk taking that you have. And it's also faith. Like it's faith in the divine to support you, that when you take those step forwards, you're gonna be okay. Even if you don't totally know what you're doing yet, like you're gonna try it out anyway. And because of that, so many different possibilities have opened up in your life to make you live a really rich and interesting life. Like you definitely don't have a boring life. You're definitely not somebody that settles for mediocrity or for whatever. Like you are somebody that has a vision, creates your dreams, and goes after it. And that's incredibly attractive. So I'm going to see if we can also get some about like your physical traits, what people find like physically attractive about you. Oh my gosh, so many cards came out. Okay, maybe you're just super hot. And the deck was like, yeah, everything about them is fucking hot. Like, I'm not obviously taking half of the deck. So I'm going to reshuffle that. And we're going to see what comes out. So we have Six of Fire. Look at you, little Mr. Miss Adventure. You're so adventurous. You're so like, and you also just like ride off into the sunset. Like people are like, wow, they like really have a cool life. You're just, yeah, you are one of a kind. You are unique. You are independent and you do your own thing, boo. And you like forge a new path. And you have fun with it too. Look at that double unicorn. You're just a unicorn. You're just a special, unique, mystical, magical freaking creature. My God. Okay, your legs may be sexy to some. You may be like have athletic legs or be good at like running or jumping or may have done track or something like that. But I mean, symbolically, the unicorn is just like this magical, unique creature. And look at this. These are like practically the same like position and everything of these two horses. Wow. So interesting. Love and the Hanged Man. Yes, some of you may be dancers or have some kind of like athletic thing you do that's like very sexy and attractive. And just like kind of your body in general, people tend to find beautiful. Even if you don't necessarily see it that way, other people are certainly attracted to, I guess, just your body as a whole. Because I'm kind of getting the legs, but like nothing else super specific. So it's kind of like the elegance and the way that you use your body. If you are into some kind of fitness or something like that, that's very attractive. And also your special person, if you have somebody that you get intimate and close with, they really just like the way you sleep and the way you cuddle. And they think that it's really precious when you're just like, you might be like this really active, go get 'em person. But when you're just curled up, like on a rainy day, like snuggled up in bed, or you're falling asleep, like they think that is absolutely precious and adorable. All right, so let's get just a few more messages and then we'll wrap it up. That's a lot. That's too much. Too much. Focus on love. Look at that. The unicorn again from a different deck, and it's doing the same thing. Facing the same direction, rearing up like that. I don't even know. Somebody must have a synchronicity. Someone that is watching this has a unicorn synchronicity, and this is for you. Okay, and the unicorn card says, you are limitless. You can do anything you choose. And that's your approach to life. You're like, life is my freaking oyster, baby. I don't even know what accent that was. You're like, life is my oyster, and I can do anything I want. That's beautiful. And you have such passionate, beautiful, incredible dreams and visions for the possibilities for your future. How incredible. Yeah, look for the good in everyone. Shift your focus back to love. So you really see the good in life. You see the good in other people. And that's a very, very attractive quality. So we're going to wrap up this reading with just a quick little roll of the Astro Dice just to get some final like little synchronicities. So we have Virgo. We have the number 2, and we have the Sun card. Sun card is all about like your personal identity and your ego in the world, and like you're definitely shining bright. You're definitely a light to others and an inspiration for others. You also have the ability to like bring plans down into action and make them tangible. With the Virgo, Virgo can be very detail oriented and practical as an earth sign. And then the number 2, collaboration, partnership, harmony. You might have been seeing 222, things like that. Or there may be a significance to the number 2 for you in some way. So thank you so much for watching Pile 2. That's the message. Those are the messages that I had for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading and that you like and you comment and you subscribe and you give me all the loves, okay? Thank you. Take care. We'll see you in the next reading. Okay, pile number 3. Hello and welcome. This is the little crystal you chose. Isn't it pretty? Yes, pretty. All right, what is attractive about you? The Hermit. Okay, you are smart. You're like a deep thinker. You're wise. You're an intellectual. You may be an introvert. You may be somebody that has been a little bit bookish or nerdy or kind of spent time on your own, but like you're wise AF. You're super smart. You have a rich inner world. You have a lot of insight to offer. You're very cunning and witty and kind of charming in that way. Like you may be somebody that has a sharp wit, can make some kind of funny, sharp jokes, but you're very observant. And you might not always be the most like talkative, or maybe you are, but like people kind of have a sense of mystery of like they want to get to know you more because they know you have a really smart mind and you have a lot going on in there, but you don't always share it with everybody. And people can tell that you're really fucking smart. Like that is one of the things that comes across right away is like, wow, they're intelligent. Okay, let's get some more. You may also have really cool hair. I think people like your hair. And something about your style, perhaps the way that you dress. Okay, so you may come across as a little bit guarded sometimes, a little bit mysterious, like there's kind of a barrier where people want to know more about you and they're intrigued and they're like, this person seems really cool, but you're a little bit closed off, a little bit guarded. You keep your circle very close. You kind of keep to yourself a lot, and not everybody gets to the inside scoop on what's going on in your mind. But when people are let into your inner circle, when people are let into your life, like it's so much fun. You're playful, you're a great friend, it's like fun for people to come over and hang out. But not everybody gets the chance to do that because you are a little bit reserved in that way. But maybe you've been developing being a little more outgoing in certain ways. And I think you're really kind of questioning right now, like, what is the vision for your future? What's the direction that you're going in? But you're the type of person that is going to like really bring it back to, what do I really want? And how do I want to carve out my future? And you're going to make it happen. And you bring that focus back to yourself, right? Like, you're okay if not everybody understands or if not everybody gets you, because you know your vision, like you know what's best for you. And you may kind of be a bit of a lone wolf at sometimes. You may feel like you've had to kind of go it alone and figure things out on your own, but you're very strong because of that. You're very independent because of that. Okay, we're also going to see if we can get anything about like your physical traits, physical features that people find attractive. Yeah, again, I feel like you have a way with words because you're so intelligent. Like, you might have a really good vocabulary or just such a quick wit that it's like immediately obvious that you are, first of all, when you enter a room, I feel like you're so sharply observant that you're like totally noticing everything about everybody in there and like having all of these different connections fire off in your brain. And then like you are like cataloging different things in your mind. Of like, oh, that relates to this, which relates to that. And you can carry like really stimulating conversations because of that. I feel like people like your smile and your eyes, like you have kind of like kind eyes and a nice gentle smile. There's something actually really intriguing about your gaze. Like when you look at people, people can tell that there's smarts and there's wisdom behind those eyes, that it's not just like a dull, dead stare, that there's activity going on behind the scenes when you meet your gaze with somebody, that there's a lot going on, people can see. Yeah, there's a bit of like a sadness in this like solo journey that you've been on, but also like this power. I'm getting like the hero's journey of like, you really have had to carve out your own path, but you also are such an individual, and you have such a unique perspective on life that really is beautiful, and people want to share in that. And I know you don't want to let everybody in, but the people that you let into your life are really lucky that they get to share in this with you. So as far as physical looks go, I am getting like the smile, the eyes, the face, the hair. I don't know. There's definitely like maybe a creative spark that you have, and creativity can come in different forms. It doesn't have to just be like visual art or music. It could even just be like the way that you decorate your home or something like that is done in a tasteful way, or like the clothes that you choose, or something about the way that you present yourself that's very creative and unique. And you have like such a beautiful, unique spirit and unique passion to share with the world. And the right kind of people will get it, right? Like, you're not everybody's cup of tea, but for the people that really get it, they're like, yeah, this person is so special. Like, they're unlike anyone I've ever really met before. And they have such interesting ideas, and they have so much to share and so much to offer. That's really sweet. Okay, we'll get just a few more messages and then wrap up. Simple acts of kindness. Okay, so you're very sweet and gentle and kind. You may also be like really good with animals, and people find that kind of adorable, and they find you sort of sweet and gentle and endearing. And you do have this sweet kind of passion for life and these like fantasies and dreams, and embrace your emotions. Yeah, embrace these different parts of yourself. Like, you don't have to keep yourself totally hidden away. you can show more of yourself. You can let down a little bit of that guard, let down a little bit of your reserve, and let people in a little bit more, because you have so much to offer, and you're such a kind, gentle spirit, and you have such a rich imagination is really what I'm getting. Rich imagination, deep intellect, a lot of interesting thoughts and ideas to share with the world. And the world we deserve to hear more of that and see more of that. Oh, I wanted to pull some of these cards. So let's get just a couple of these. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. That's too many. Okay. Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? So there's a message about learning to like really nurture and embrace yourself in all of your different emotions, and give yourself some of that like sweet, nourishing motherly love, and just some tender self-love, just a little reminder. All right, we're going to finish up this reading with a quick roll of the Astro Dice just to get a few synchronicities. So we've got Mercury, which makes so much sense. Oh, wait, is that Mercury or is that Pluto? What am I thinking? Hold on. Somebody help. I think that is Pluto. That's Pluto. My bad. Okay, so Pluto, that is all about transformation, baby. You've been through some hard stuff. We have got Leo and number 10. So you've been through some difficult, painful endings and like hard, difficult transitions in your life, but you've come out of it the other side. And I think there's this kind of like inner lion and like fierceness and confidence that's emerging in you to be able to put yourself out in the world. Like you've had to kind of retreat into yourself to heal and go into like introspection. And then there's going to come a point where you really start to put yourself out there more. So that is what I have for you, Pile 3. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for coming to my channel. Lots of love.